Good to hear. Let's hope your execution matches your enthusiasm. I've got a job for you if you're looking to keep busy. Here are the details.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Talk, where we talk to our citizens and members of the community. Today is April 20th, 2023, at least in North and South America still. It's probably April 21st on the, to the east of us. But that's too bad, because you know what that means? Is everyone having a good 420? If you are able to partake, I hope you are enjoying the day. I did not. Because I got a show to do, so yeah, I got to think straight. I think straighter than normal, put it that way. But I hope the members of the Soul Team members who are on tonight will pay attention to chat, because we may run into trouble. We never know, just in case. But Free Fly has ended. I hope folks got a chance to participate if they wanted to. The ship shows and various discounts are still going until May 2nd, though. So if you want to still participate in that, you still can. You still have a chance till May 2nd. But the Free Fly officially ended. I was surprised today when I was looking for the Free Fly info. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, today's the last day. Normally they end around midnight, but yeah, they ended early today for some reason. So, oh well. No spoilers. I just want to announce that. No spoilers. But The Mandalorian, I thought, really ended pretty well. I know the reviews and comments on the season say it was weaker compared to the previous season, and I agree with some of the criticism, but I think the Season 1 opened up with the surprise of the child, obviously. Season 2 had Gideon, so it's hard to follow up this season with a full head of steam, in my opinion. But like I said, I think it ended well. Because of Kaizen, shout out to Kaizen, I'm finally playing a game on my PC again. I'm still playing a game on my mobile, obviously, but I'm playing a game on my PC. It's Divinity Original Sin 2. It was on sale earlier this week, and I decided to pick it up. I've been playing every day except today because I had a plan for Soul Talk and I plan for Flight of Rhythm for tomorrow. I like the game mostly. I'm still trying to get my bearings in it. I'm probably just overwhelmed by the tips and guide that I have of the game. I have like three browser windows full of tabs for that game. So yeah, that's how it is. And this isn't really a bad thing, but when it comes to companions, the other game I played, I'm used to having companions that are clearly good aligned and clearly bad aligned. But in the Original Sin, the companions are more shades of gray, so I'm still trying to work my way around them. Hopefully, I'll get used to them. They seem well written though, so. And unfortunately, the sale is over, so you might have to wait if you want to pick it up. All right, I'm gonna do my thing, then drag people down. So this one may be obscure. I hope people get the reference, but we'll see. You guys might know this, but I consider myself a bit of a loner. I tend to think of myself as a one-man wolf pack. But when Griffin invited me to the show, I knew he was one of my own. And my wolf pack, it grew by one. So there were two of us in the wolf pack. I was alone, I was alone first in the pack, and then I would join with Griffin later. And when Griffin introduced me to you, I thought, wait a second, could this be? And now I know for sure. I just added 11 more people to my wolf pack. 13 of us wolves running around his 890 together. So tonight I make a toast. Guys, what about your bull stalker in the bathroom? What if I get out? Someone, yes, new soul, you got it. I'm bringing you down, bring a couple people down. We're joined today by Pop and Fist. Y'all, thanks for joining.
Good.
Appreciate it. So, how did you like my rendition?
Yeah, you got that one.
It was I mean, you gave it away, but I get it. I appreciate it.
How did I give it away?
All you had to do was say it's Wolfpack.
Okay, all right. I wasn't sure. Some people tend not to get it, but hey, I'm glad you got it at least.
It's all righty there, buddy.
So before go ahead.
Threw me off with the Griffin thing in the beginning, and
I was trying to make a personalized overlay to Star Citizen.
Right.
I tried to.
Yeah.
But my question is, did you partake in Free Fly this week?
No, we actually didn't. No, we actually didn't.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot the end of the day. I thought I had more time. I know it says a week, but I was expecting to end on Friday to Friday, not Friday to Thursday. Even though that is 7 days, but yeah.
Right.
No, wait. It started on. Oh wait, this started on Thursday last week, so it has been 1 week. My mistake. Yep. Oh well, I just lost track of time. But yes, that was The Hangover from 2009. That was Alan, I believe. Yeah. So, you ready to get the show started? Hey, Captain Jones.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Starting with the sneak peek. Hopefully I have it on stream. You get lost sometimes, is what they say. The subtitle of it. And I looked it up. I thought it was part of a song. It was some obscure song. If it was part of a song, it might be something that you guys made up this time. But what do you think of the screenshot? You go first, and I'll say what my thoughts are.
I'm just gonna say straight out. I mean, new player experience.
Yep, exactly. That was my thought. By the way, people, if you want to join us, come on in. I'll put the link in chat so people can join. We'll come and talk with Star Citizen with us. There we go. So yeah, Pop, do you want to say something?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what I was gonna say.
Yep, new player experience. We're all gonna say the same thing. It wasn't because of until IAC a couple of weeks ago, almost a month ago now, that we know the new player experience. We know that they're redoing the graphics and signs and stuff like that. So it clearly says Art Corp Plaza Financial District. Loud and proud, so you can see it. People can try to get around, because I think it still trips some people out. There's no mini map in the game. I argue you could put a mini map in your helmet, but I'm not a developer on this game, evidently.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Inside your helmet, you don't have to kind of take it off and just look to maybe to your left or to your right. Kind of see and follow it. Yeah.
But then that introduced the whole other thing. Like, do you have a fog of war? Like, is everything automatically updated, or how would that work?
Yeah.
You're right. Nobody's going to read this. I read this. Hey, DJ Psychosis. How are you doing? So yeah, that is just the sneak peek from the Friday newsletter. So, and before we continue, there was no SCO last week, so we're gonna skip that, or not have that, basically. So we're just gonna go on to the roadmap roundup from yesterday, as a matter of fact, 419. So every 2 weeks they do the roadmap, a brief explanatory note to give you what insight of decision making that they had to change. This is part of the effort to make our communication more transparent, more specific, and insightful to us all, who will help make Star Citizen Grad 42 possible. So notable changes for April 19th, 2023. With this update, we're adding the majority of quarter 2 2023 schedule for the downstream team, with the additional team coming in subsequent published. The following deliverable has been added to the progress tracker. Headhunter faction outfit. I think that was covered in the ISC. Developing multiple outfit variants for the Pyro Gang, the Headhunter. The deliverable has been added to the SC character art team schedule. Rough and Ready faction outfit. Developing multiple outfit variants for the Pyro Gang, Rough and Ready. The deliverable has been added to the SC character art team schedule. New mission, mining resource rush. Various large clusters of asteroids around Stanton have been sold off by several organizations for a fee, so civilians are given access to the spatial mining claim and are allowed to mine until the cluster is depleted, drawing many mining crews and occasionally pirates to these hotspots. This deliverable has been added to the mission feature team schedule. You got 2 more. Well, do you have any comments on those before I continue? The outfits and the mining rush mission?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what, if they're going to have variations of what, the gang missions will be doing, what we'll be doing and how we interact with them in Pyro. Different than the bunker missions that we have now. Yeah, just wondering what kind of variations that they're going to have. FPS things. Yeah, but looking forward to them. Yeah, a new place, new missions, new things to do.
I know you haven't gotten to it, but I'm kind of curious about what is this data heist.
Oh yeah, that was just added. I
Yeah.
get to that in a bit, but yeah. So let me scroll down. The package extraction. A new multiplayer mission where players will work together to recover stolen prototype ship component. Crusader Security's task players with extracting these highly classified components from the Nine Tails transport ship before they can escape off-world. This deliverable has been added to the mission feature narrative team schedule. And new missions data heist, implementing missions that task players with infiltrating locations often held by NPCs, reaching data storage, and setting data to upload to offsite handlers. This deliverable has been added to mission feature narrative and VFX team schedule. What were you going to say about that, Fish?
Well, I like that. One thing is that kind of strikes in my mind is that when I think about quantum, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I would like to really see, because I know right now the missions that we have, they don't really affect the verse per se. Like there's no like effect. Like okay, let's say if Nine Tails comes in and starts wreaking havoc like they do with Siege of Orison, right? If we don't stop them, then what happens to the mission? The mission just it just abruptly stops and then restarts, right? There's no real consequence to it in the in the verse for us. You see what I'm saying? So, and what I'm trying to get at is basically, as a reference, I would really like to see what these missions, what consequences will come out, for these missions when Quanta comes online, or Quantum, excuse me. I that's for me, but I know right now the state of the game, it's not there right now, but this is cool that these are coming in, but I just really looking forward to the future of seeing, that.
Okay. So how much data heisting do you think you'll be doing when it comes online? You don't know?
I don't know right now. I'm just a little bit busy, but it's I haven't had much time for anything really.
Yeah, I'm wondering with the MSR. Well, probably not. I was gonna say whether the MSR is gonna come in handy, but I don't think so.
Yeah, but see when you go ahead, I'm sorry, props.
Nope, go. Okay.
Well, I was gonna say was that when you read the mission description was that I thought when I first saw it, I was like, data heist. Oh, okay, yeah, MSR. And I thought, the same thing. Well, is the MSR's functionality finally getting to that point where we'll see, hacking in the game? But as you read it, the mission, it's more about, stopping. It sounds like it's more about stopping the Nine Tails from doing something and recovering something, you know, rather than really data. Like you're
Well,
trying to
and
download data.
I remember this is just I guess tier 0 or tier 3 or I
Right.
forget
Yeah, it
I
could
forget
be.
what this is just the first stop in this mission
Of
task.
course, of course.
So maybe later on they will add different stuff. You know.
Right. Well, no. I mean,
Yeah.
and of course, I just was hoping to see maybe this could have been tier 0 of data heist, but it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with FC that this is probably a tier 0, a very beginning of point A, point B situation, and that they want to see if maybe if the path is correct and uh,
Hmm.
yeah, something like that before they add the next steps to it. I'm just really curious on how the data. I mean, I hope is maybe if it just started out with something as boring as like a messenger kind of a delivery, deliver this, but really hope that it's really tied into the ship itself, something you have to go into the data room, something you have to sit close to eventually. And maybe it's a derelict ship you have to actually go on, and you have to have two people, one on the let's say the MSR, and the other one goes on the derelict ship, and they you have to figure out an electronic way of connecting the two together. I hope it goes into that, and then even further beyond that.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah,
We shall see.
we shall.
One thing I will say is when this does come online in 319, hopefully, this will be a good way to make money because CIG always want people to test this out when feature first comes online. So this will be the money maker when it first comes. So if you want to make money in the verse when 319 comes up, go ahead and do the data heist and the packet extraction. But yeah. All right. So up next this is continuing on with the roadmap update. What I wanted to do is focus on the CIG post. But hold on, let me go back up here and hit the next button. There we go. So this is from Jack Acapello CIG. He's the one who puts up the roadmap. There's a small correction to the Roundup this week. The data download deliverable has been updated to the data heist, including updated description. So they had to fix that. So yeah, and also there was another reply. What about salvage contract? Still committed in the view for 319. Some said it's removed. And Jack Acapella said, "You found a bug. It is supposed to be displayed on the progress tracker, and it's still on track with 319, and it shall return." So that's good to know about the salvage contract. One last thing is, the Montreal vehicle team added to the roadmap. And Jack Capella said, yes, they absolutely will. They're still tooling up, but keep an eye out. Once they get added, we'll announce it in a roadmap like this one. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Any comments about those replies from Jack Acapella?
Yep.
Nope. All right. No matter what, folks, if you want to come in and talk with us, come on in. Click the link below or the link that I posted. All right. So up next we have. Yes. This is no longer relevant, but it was relevant a few hours ago, I guess. But no free rentals for backers in the free fly week. Basically, Siri asked, I guess, said, it's not an expo, but it's a free fly week. It gives some ships a free to rental, but you can't try many aspects of the game with friends who are interested. Some of us have single theaters who are not able to try other types of gameplay. Renting starts at 200k AUC. And Xylo replied, we have identified an issue where the free fly ships are not showing up for some existing backers who are logged in before the event. It is important to note that new players are not affected by this issue. Our teams are currently working on the resolve problem and anticipate that the free-flight ship will be available to affected backers in the coming days. So hopefully people who were affected were able to get their ship. No one here participated, but if anyone in chat had this issue, can you tell me whether or not you had it was resolved for you? So let me know. I'm just curious. Go ahead.
Maybe I'm just kind of throwing something out there. I know they do it for Invictus. I know they do it for IAE. Do they do it for Alien Week as well, where they have a free rentals?
No, they typically don't do a free flight because Alien Week is the week after Invictus, so they don't.
Right. Yeah. So they do a free flight. But what I'm saying is though, like, do they have free rentals though? Like, or anything like that too?
I don't believe so. Normally, those reserved for a free fly. So no, it's just a sale.
That is, it's kind of dawned on me. Maybe it could be a good idea. Maybe not. But maybe it's been said already. But I think it could be a good idea for CIG to think about having free rentals during free fly events, because that's where probably, I don't know what the data
that's what they
is.
normally do, yeah.
Do they do? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I apologize then. We'll see.
Yeah. That's what they normally do. I mean, it's not really a rental. You just have it in your hangar, so you have it available to you when you log in.
Well, wait a minute. What do you mean by wait? Okay. Do you have a rental of ships? Is what I'm saying is though.
No, it's not a rental. It just shows up in your hangar. It just, when you go to the kiosk to fly the ship, it shows up as a ship that you own, even though it's temporary.
No.
Say like you don't have a hovercraft in your hangar because of the free fly. You will have a hovercraft in your hangar for you to
right. But what I'm saying is though, what I'm saying is though, is this for all the ships in the game?
No, specific ships, like they had the list in the post. I don't have it up at the moment, but those 4 or 5 ships that they had, yeah.
Right. Now that's cool. I'm not saying that's but I would think to expand that a little bit more, because just a nice idea, to give folks that access for that are new coming into the game to get access to all of the ships, for that weekend.
That is typically, yeah, I hear you, but that's typically reserved for IAE.
Right. No, and I agree, but what I'm explaining is to expand it though, beyond IAE and Invictus.
We'll see.
I'm just saying as an idea.
I think it could be that TIG has picked out those specific ships because they want people to test them and fly them, so they get more data about them. So maybe they don't want to be diluted by data. But everyone,
of course, I mean, there's always the reasoning behind that situation. But I'm just trying to think of it from a new player experience. You know what I'm saying? For someone who's coming in, being able to have access to all of them for the weekend, fly around, whatever, fool around. You might get a continued backer after that. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's an idea.
That's true. Yeah, we shall see. But yeah, I mean, we do have Mystics Week coming up, so I think typically, it's mostly military ships. It's not all ships. Like they wouldn't let you rent out some of the industrial and stuff like that. Mostly military ships.
Yeah.
Invictus, so that's
military. We'll see that one thing again. That's a limited pool too. But you know what I mean. Yeah.
All right, but yeah. But hopefully they fix that during the week.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so up next we have. Oh yeah, this is from Delta Lambda. Enable full GPU sync equal 2. The question is, hi, can anyone explain what the console command and the title does? Played around with it and noticed my FPS dropped by around 75%. Thanks. And this is from Sylvan. So he says, if an invalid graphics driver call was made, the GPU doesn't crash immediately. This decision was presumably made to ensure the highest throughput possible on a separate hardware unit. If you ever experience a device loss error, this basically means there's something wrong with your GPU. Unfortunately, this this is not helpful to us at all as developers. Well, yeah. Enabling this TVAR syncs the GPU and the GPU after every driver call. You can imagine that this is very expensive. The CPU basically asks the GPU for after every call, are you still okay? Did something go wrong? If not, proceed as usual. This means that if one call crashes to the GPU, we will know exactly which one it was. That's why it's very useful to us that someone can consistently reproduce a GPU crash and use the CVAR and submit it error report, Sylvan 07. So yeah, if you ever have trouble with your game and turn it on and then submit it to the developers, to hopefully they can fix it.
Okay.
All right.
You know what they should do? Is there, or let me not say no they should do, maybe because it's might be already out there. Is there a list of these commands that are out there?
I'm pretty sure there is. Not, I don't know if they're on the official spectrum, but yeah, you look on Reddit, look in Google, you can probably find them.
Yeah, we'll see. Right, but see if that's again that's one of the things that I will say on. You know, I know that they're hard working.
And some of the commands are probably commands that CIG doesn't want people to know about.
No. I mean, of course. But these are things that I will say, like we were saying though, that are helpful, that you would help, that would be out there as a general information. Of course, you're not going to put out, I guess you could say, what is it, R tab _ God mode. You know what I mean? One. Yeah. Okay. I mean, of course.
I mean, there is a God mode command, but I think you have to have a specific account in order to access.
Well, of course, you have to have an admin account. I'm quite sure of that. Yeah, of course. Yeah. But but no, I mean but having, because I've never known about this command until today.
I mean,
and all I'm saying
is why, because I mean this may be something that someone may have a problem with their game, and they just to put in ticket, and then they would get back, put in this command and tell us, send us a bug report of what it spits out back at you. Because they don't want people to run this at any old time. Because as you can see, when you put it in, your FPS drops around 75%.
Right. No. But again,
and then people will say, "This game isn't working.
Well,
Why
I mean,
not working?"
I get what you're saying, though, fastcart. But from a Freedom of Information Act, as I am enacting here, I'm just saying, I'm just calling it that. But but I'm just saying, I've never known about this. This could have been useful for maybe some of the problems I've had that I could have reported.
Yeah, that's true.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because right now we're in testing, and having this information to be able to, relay that back to them, and knowing that command right there, boom, that would be.
Well, now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
There you go. Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So up next we have. Oh yeah. So this is a post that was back in March 9th, but I didn't cover it. But this is basically the Vision Center race contest. Hey race fans, we hosted a number of high-speed race challenges recently. Head over to the Vision Center Convention Hall in Austin by taking a shuttle from Dunlow Spaceport, and you'll find a brand new BTR built for the race at GTV. It's obviously not brand new anymore, because this is like a month old. But here's the challenge. Head over to the Vision racetrack, grab a PTV, park your vehicle at the first position, picture below. Time begins when you activate the engine, complete one full lap, park your PTV fully, run to the top of the winner's podium, and use your favorite emote. So basically, the rewards are first place, a great Corsair standalone with LTI, and great car standalone with LTI. A cutlass black standalone with LTI, and great car STV with LTI. And third place is a great cutter standalone with LTI, and an STV standalone with LTI. So make sure you read all the rules, and submission must be a 1920 by 1080 resolution, uploaded to YouTube with the Vision Race Center and a title. No more than one collaborator in a single video. Post your video link and your account handle, and either community hub or the Vision Center race. On Twitter, using hashtag Vision Center Race. But this one said, submit the video by March 24th, but it's been updated. First update will be extending the deadline to the contest later. And update 2, thanks for hanging in there, everyone. We are now entering the contest on Thursday, April 27th. So you have another week to do this contest. So if you want to race your STV and try to get one of those ships, go for it. Popping Fist, you're gonna try to win some ships?
No.
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 Yeah.
Hey, Beyond, why? I'm not making any jokes. I'm just reading what it says here. Darn.
But I'm sorry, you said something. You kind of roboted on me, man. What did you just say?
Oh, I was talking to Kavion. He used a joke ban on me.
Oh, beautiful. Keep doing it. So far, so good.
Shoot. GoMap says CIG slid 318 to live. Super quiet. Like, what? Are you serious? It's live now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, wow. I'll look that up in a moment, but we'll get to the next one. So yeah, this is the Visit Base Center contest. It's still going until next week. So if you want to try to win, go for it. You have another week.
Oh.
Up next we have, that's the update that again. Adding VR support. This is from Kim Lawrence. Can you add VR support to the game? I've seen people being able to add VR using the game using virtual desktop. Is VR something that's possible that you mean to add? Sylvan CIG said, that's a pretty solid something that's going to add for the people who don't know him or them. They have a huge passion for VR and have been talking about it in the past quite frequently. But yes, they even consider that they are having much bigger fight like the Vulcan, more optimizations and other rendering technology. But they do want to have VR in the game. I remember back in 2014 when I first joined, there was Around the Verse or one of the other shows where they had Chris Robert playing around with one of the I think it was the Oculus Rift at the time, and you did it for a citizen. So my question to you all are you interested in using VR for the 2-star citizen?
I would be interested. I asked a question a couple of years ago. Can someone that's blind in one eye take advantage of VR? And it was, I never got an answer to it. It was kind of like, find out for yourself, and I'm not spending, that kind of money to.
Well, I think what we'll do though, Pops, when that time comes around, because I would like to play Star Citizen in VR. So what we'll do is I'll get one, and then we'll test it, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But you said that GoMap said 318.2 just went live.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Spectrum post now. That patch notes.
Oh,
I gotta update it. So yeah,
okay. It did.
This went live like 22 minutes ago. No. 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago.
5. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, Pops, let's get on. Let's go on ahead and get out of here. Show's over. Take care.
All right. Well, Karadi's here, so we're gonna stay.
No.
Okay.
Hey,
Karadi, how are you doing?
Hey, folks. I'm good. Glad to be here.
All right.
So yeah, 318.2 is live now. But before we get to that, I just want to ask Karadi, are you interested in VR? Playing
Definitely.
VR
I'm a long user of VR, so I've been looking forward to it for a long time. I didn't try it when in the early versions, however years ago when Vorpex was more of a supported thing. I think it's being blocked now, if I recall. Or persons are having some issues with anti-easy cheat. But I know that either way, it did give some measure of preview of how it may feel, especially when looking at these large asteroids, especially on Grimhex. I remember hearing and seeing some comments on those. It was incredible.
Right.
So I'm looking for the native.
Can you do this for us though, Well, you said it can't do it right now. Damn. Okay. Oh well.
I,
But
I
you know
think-
what?
Mhm.
You know what you could do? Like, you play any other VR games? Obviously.
Yeah. I've played Elite. I've played No
Okay.
Man's Sky. I've played a lot. Currently, I'm actually playing Boneworks.
I would love for you to
VR.
do a test for Pops after,
Yeah, sure, man.
Send them on a mission.
So my question,
Yeah.
Kaladi, what
Okay.
VR headset do you use? What system do you use?
I am using one of the oldies. I'm using the Samsung Odyssey Plus. It's a mixed reality. But I really enjoy the OLED. So I've been waiting. I was actually thinking of jumping to the Quest 2, but I heard that the Quest 3 is coming out later this year. So I'm still not sure if I want to make the jump yet. But I'm not gonna buy any super expensive ones. So I'm waiting to
Right.
see what other ones come out either
And,
later
and,
this
and
year.
it's not like a phone where you can trade in the value for
Exactly.
the old one.
Exactly. You can't do that.
See, I don't.
You got to be careful.
Let me say this, Karate. I don't think closing one eye would do it because it's a lot. It's more than just. It's more than just that. It's muscle response because you remember, when I first went into the game, I couldn't play because it was making me dizzy, and I had to do the eye exercises.
Oh, really?
You're right. So I don't
Right,
think closing
yeah.
one eye is not gonna. Yeah, closing.
Actually, yeah.
Winking for an hour I don't think will do it.
I
think
mean,
it has
yeah,
to do more
no,
with-
it was worth a shot. But I mean, yeah, it's worth a shot.
And I would
But
imagine that different VR systems have different implementations, so there may be one that
Right.
or two that might work for one eye, but
Yeah,
I would have no idea
that's-
which one would.
that's true too. Because
Right.
I didn't know
Yeah.
VR had different specs and all of those
Yeah,
things you had to
yeah.
kind of look
Yeah.
out for. So I'll have to look into that when it gets time.
Oh,
It
Closer.
definitely will.
because I have a feeling it's gonna mess with my equilibrium.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I back in PAX East last year, there was a racing sim. VR, and I was okay for like a minute or so until I crashed and lost control of the vehicle. Then I got motion sick. I felt it when I crashed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would say this for Star Citizen though. They definitely have to. I'm sure anyone in the comments or
Okay.
in the chat would have said something, but they definitely will have to get the performance up.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
see, my thing though with VR is kind of silly because I watch a lot of the funny little compilations and I see people do the little VR thing. My thing is how is for those that have experience with it, how I guess you could say how does the device immerse you into the game? Because I'm trying to figure out like how these folks are on like doing these games.
It depends on what system you use, I think.
Because that's what I'm trying to understand. Like some folks, like when they play that video game when you're on like a beam or something like that on a building, and you got to walk out. I'm just trying to figure out how do you forget where you are?
Oh,
If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's relatively easy.
you can't
Yeah,
see. You
yeah.
can't see the real world.
Come on, man.
It's-
People watch movies and forget where
That's
they
true.
are.
You're correct. You're
People
correct.
become
I'm just
engulfed in movies.
I'm just trying to understand. Like you put on the device and it's like you done lost your mind. I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure it.
No, you
I
don't
mean,
lose track because I mean it's not you're not a robot, so you can't keep track of your steps and whatnot. So yeah, it's easy. You
Yeah.
stub a toe on
Especially-
something.
Especially
but,
depending on the video game, the more interactive it is, the more immersive
Okay.
it- Yeah, the
Right,
more
and
people-
that's what I'm trying to understand. Because I mean, obviously, from a person outside looking in, I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all.
Yeah,
But in
'cause I mean,
Kaladi, Gomap says he might be selling his Quest 2 for cheap. Well, not for cheap, but
Really?
he may be selling it. So
I'll have to contact you there.
you gotta talk to each other.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
got to talk to.
So yeah, that is enough about VR. But yeah, the VR has been in discussions in the works, I guess, or in the, I don't know what the word is, but for a long time, especially since 2014. So yeah, look, if you are looking forward to it, it should be soon, TM. So hopefully you'll be able to get whatever platform you use and be able to use it. All right. So up next we have this is from Lord Wolf, no missiles prevent. Basically they're having an arena commander that can't rent missiles. That's basically what the post is about. and this is from the DJ Bunton CIG. This is an unfortunate result of the rot of that old vehicle editor, which we had limited control over updating until we make it in building blocks. We're in the early stages of that refactor, but no ETA. Until then, you'll unfortunately have to stick with the stock missiles or RAT. So you can't change the missiles in Arena Commander, basically because they haven't updated building blocks in Arena Commander for missiles yet. So unfortunately, if you want to use missiles, you got to use the stock missiles.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, just a PSA, I guess. All right, so up next we have, racing test drop in Arena Commander. Hi everyone, I love racing FB, and I'm expected to enjoy this mechanic so much. Unfortunately, I often end up in medical center. I wish you could drive the racetrack in Arena Commander. Of course, slim down, you don't have to load the whole PTU, but the geometry and obstacles exactly predict what do you think. And this is from DJ Bunton CIG again. Indeed, we did. All the current time trials racetrack will be part of Arena Commander soon, TM. That's what I said. We still got some kinks to work out on the pipeline for taking PU locations into AC, but it's progressing very well, and I'm excited to get them into player hands ASAP. We will have more info on this next month. So this is just 2 days ago, so by May, you should have more info about the racetrack in Arena Commander. Because before I get to the question or anything, this was covered in ISC, or maybe SCR, one of the other, but back when they first introduced the racetrack, they said that they plan to bring those racetracks into Arena Commander, and it should be easy for them because they just got to copy and paste with some minor differences. So yeah. Any thoughts?
No, didn't they do the copy and paste thing before and had problems with
I don't recall that.
I thought there was an article that came out or before when they said they copy and paste and they had the they didn't know that the NPCs were inside the building moving around. And
if you can find an article I'd like to see about it, I don't recall it.
Yeah, I'm not
saying this doesn't exist. I just don't recall it.
FC, I'm relying on your brain power, not mine.
That's your first
Good
mistake.
Good luck with that. No, were you gonna say Karate?
Oh yeah, that was in an ISC where they spoke about how they noticed or how they didn't know that one of the performance drops came from NPCs being in the space stations in Arena Commander, especially Dying Star.
I should rely on Kilrati's brain power.
There you go.
There you go.
That's a more reliable choice, see?
So yeah, I haven't been in Arena Commander in a while, but I generally try or want to get some practice in there before heading to the PU. Am I alone in doing that? Do people use does anyone else use the Arena Commander to practice flying and stuff like that before they go to the PU, or they just go straight to the PU? Just what?
Plenty of people do.
I used to do that. Yeah, I used to do that.
I mainly go there to PvP.
I would go there, I would go into Arena Commander to set up my keybinds before I go into the verse.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
That makes sense, yeah. That's smart. But you can't just save your keybinds and
I agree.
And then,
I don't have that issue right now. But as things start to progress, because obviously there's more and more things that you have to change and stuff like that,
Yeah, I remember the last time I changed my keybinds, especially regarding Arena Commander, was when I switched my joysticks. And it took me about some hours, but I had a fair idea. But the thing is, believe it or not, when they added Power Management V2, to make those 4 keybinds I wanted to work, which was to regen boost, weapons, shields, and reset, it took me 8 hours non-stop to be able to find a proper configuration. It was my 2 dual joysticks to make sure that I was comfortable just to add those 4 keybinds. So I'm hoping that whatever keybinds that they add, especially for master modes, isn't too detrimental to have me to do that again. Do I have to spend a
agree.
long time in Arena Commander doing that?
I agree. Wow.
Again, and I said this a long time ago, Star Citizen, it's like you got to go to school for it sometimes.
Yeah.
You do.
And sorry, folks, I'm not posting these links in chat. Just normally have someone like a mod to do that, but yeah, it's basically the stuff is on Dev Tracker. But there's a second reply by DJ Bunton. If you or anyone else are interested, there's the arena from ISC from Winter 2023 a few months ago. But yeah, that if you want an update on Arena Commander, you can go into that and watch it later. So up next, okay, this one should be a good conversation, I think. I don't know how long this will take, but we'll see. This is from Carbon Pixel. How many content hours can players expect from the release of SQUADRON 42? Basically, the what's bold is the question. What contributor games does SQUADRON 42 most closely resemble as far as content hours and game world size on release? Scroll down to have for comparison below are a few examples of well-regarded AAA single-player campaigns, some sci-fi, some not. Mass Effect have a 17-hour main quest and 42 hours completionist. Mass Effect 2 was 24 hours main quest and 50 hours completionist. Red Dead Redemption was 17 hours main quest, 26 hours completionist. Red Dead Redemption 2 was 50 hours main quest and 179 hours completionist. Cyberpunk 27 was 24 hours main quest and 103 hours completion. And Starfield is estimated to be 30 to 40 hours main quest and 100 hours completion. And you reply to all that, King CIG just said lots. And the question was how many hours? He said lots and lots of hours. And people started replying to him saying lots TM. So yeah, you can expect lots of hours from SQUADRON 42 when it comes out. But my question is, I have two questions for people here and people in chat. So how many hours do you expect SQUADRON 42 to actually have? And how many hours do you hope SQUADRON 42 will have for your enjoyment? So
Lots.
what do you think? What do you think it'll be for the main quest line, and what do you think it'll be for like completionist, basically?
Well,
how many hours do you think? How many hours do you think I have? And how many hours do you want it to have?
If I can go first, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Well, okay. This was my understanding of SQUADRON 42. You're supposed to go in and play it, and then you're supposed to try to improve to try to get the. From what I've heard, to try to get that F8 Lightning. So to me, that's it. You know, it's going to have that replayability. It's not just going to be, let me get through it. 4 or 5 hours, massive race to get done, and come out on the other side, and you're a citizen out in the verts. So I would think you would go in and practice, follow the storyline, because this is also my opinion of SQUADRON 42. There's probably going to be a lot of clues inside of SQUADRON 42 that you're going to want to go back and play. Maybe something in there about the Banu. There may be some mission clues, things like that. Maybe where the Daryl Bingle is at, that may be in there. So that's my guess.
That means so you don't have any idea, no clue. You don't want to say how many hours you think that'll take?
Replayability, FC. So how do you count replayability? How do you count?
Okay. To say that you get your practice run through, and then you're on your run where you're gonna try to get the F8 Lightning. How many hours do you think that'll be?
I would think maybe I wouldn't make it too long, because it's supposed to be SQUADRON 42 1, 2, and 2, 3, and 4, whatever. So I would probably say 8 to 10 hours.
No, probably longer than that.
Longer than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but that's your guess. That's fine. That's your guess. What is your guess, Fist?
Oof. I mean,
the question is how many hours you expect SQUADRON 42 to actually have versus how many hours you think, how many hours do you want it to have for your enjoyment? So how many
I
how many hours do you think it
want
will
it to
have?
have.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to last me a year. No, I'm just playing.
Okay.
Well, I mean, think about it. If it lasts you for a year, you have something to play, right?
Yeah, but with that song by Rant, so how many minutes in a year?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, let's
Well,
not do that.
yeah.
We used to play that
Yeah.
all the time in high school. Let's stop, cut it.
Mhm.
No, but seriously,
Okay.
how many hours you want it to be?
Ah man,
Mm.
I haven't looked at completionist hours in a long time, but I remember. I guess you could say I would look back at it from a Mass Effect kind of a thing. I mean, it depends though. I would kind of say like Mass Effect, like he's saying, like a completion is 42, 50 hours. You know,
Mhm.
you know.
Okay.
I mean,
I get what
something like that.
DK. Yeah, I get what DK is saying too. They could add side missions
Yeah,
and add side
to
missions
me,
and
you
Sure,
know.
and that's an episode for it too. Yeah.
yeah.
Right. I mean,
Mhm.
because you got to also think about it. There'll possibly be hidden missions that you'll have to go and seek out, like you just spoke
Mm-hmm.
of, because um I mean that's what's going to keep people, I mean, in the game, and I'm quite sure that's going to probably be something that will be, again, consequential to your actions within the game as to how it would carry over into the verse. So
Okay,
yeah,
Karate, you're my only hope here. Because none of the other two are give me the answers
Oh,
I really
I
want.
gave you an answer. What do you mean? I said
okay,
50. I
okay.
said 42 to 50. What are you talking about?
42 to
So,
50. Okay.
Mm.
all right, so I'm gonna try to. Okay, I'm gonna say hypothetically, right? I'll give a situation here. Let's say we have Squadron 42 having about 30 hours of main quest line. My only
Mm.
hope is that the value added activity is definitely noticeable versus the non-value added activity, and the non-value added time is definitely more noticeable than non-value added time. And this is especially important in Squadron 42, because I mean, compared to the PU, we see in some cases, not all, we're slowly getting to the point where the value added time is more noteworthy and
Mm.
more than the non-value added time. That the time it takes for you to go to a certain location, which is non-value added time, versus the time it takes to complete it, which is the value added time, is more. Right? So
Mm.
non-value added time is more. So I think that is their main aim, especially for a single player. So if it were to have, let's say, 40 hours of main quest line, I just hope that, especially in a space game, it's a bit different when it comes to some of these games that the person had talked about. Because in a space game where distance is vast, the amount of value added activity that it needs to be there to keep the player engaged, especially if we find ourselves having to travel from point A to point B, has to be more noticeable compared to the non-value added activity, which in my opinion is the travel time, right? So that's my only hope, that whatever hours of main quest line, I'm thinking 40 hours, just hypothetically speaking, is a noticeable thing in terms of value added activity. Because another example would have been, I think, Skyrim would have been my very first experience with regards to the differences between right, where you're walking, but you still, have a chance of interacting with certain things because of the probability volumes and such in the single player. Right? And mind you, we have no idea. I'm going to say this: we have no idea what Squadron 42 really is now, because
Right.
originally we had
Now,
an idea, but now we
now,
have no idea. But
now,
whatever it may
karate.
be, I just hope that the value added activity is noticeably
Mm.
great. Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you. Well, really, really realistic for everyone. But how do you feel? Because when the game's gonna come out, right? What's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen? People are going to put videos out on YouTube. Look for this. Go here. There's a secret passage for that. And this. How do y'all feel about that? People doing that.
I'm totally okay with it. Most of the time, though, when I play a single player, I don't really go to YouTube much, just to avoid those things, because I know that persons are gonna just slam dunk, go through those, race through it as quickly as possible.
Right.
Especially if there are some kind of reward to gain from doing it over, or replayability, especially when you do games like Ace Combat and et cetera, right? especially if it has any connection to the PU. But if persons go online and post them, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It'll be kind of similar to when some persons are streaming the storylines. I tend to avoid those.
Yeah.
For me, if it's like I play, I'm playing Divinity Original Sin 2 at the moment. So before I started the game, I wanted to get an idea of what kind of class I wanted to play. So I looked at those things, but I didn't look at spoilers per se, because I tend to try to play a game first, and if I get stuck on something or if I can't really find something, then I'll look on YouTube. But I always attempt to do it on my own first before I try to look up hints. But that's the way I play.
That's what you did.
Oh, I'll be right back real quick.
Have you played Mass Effect?
Yes.
You played Mass Effect, because part of that problem, I'm wondering if they're going to have an element like Mass Effect, who you romance, who you pick as your
far as I know,
officer, and all that kind of stuff. I'm wondering if they're going to have that element.
I don't want to say anything wrong. I know in Wing Commander there was romance option, but from the rumors, from what I've heard, there won't be romance options in Squadron 42, but I don't
I'm not really
for sure.
not specifically talking about a romance, but I was just using that as an example.
Oh, okay.
When you go in and if you don't buy a I don't know.
If there's someone I want to romance, I may look that up to make sure I don't make any wrong choices. But other than that, it's something that if it's someone I'm not interested in, I won't look it up.
Yeah.
But back to the original question for me, how many hours I expect Squadron 42 to actually have versus how many hours I hope for. I think the main quest line, and I'm counting like the 3 episodes. So I think the main quest line will be 25 hours. But I'm hoping it'll be 40 hours. For completionists, I'm hoping that for all the episodes will be Mission, and thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it for 9 months. For the completionist, I think it'll be 50 hours with all the episodes. But I'm hoping for 70 hours. But that's me.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Because I mean, like you said, in some of these other ones, like Red Dead Redemption and well, she said Starfield estimated to have 30 to 40 hours, and completion is 120 hours. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, I'm not expecting that much, but yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
All right. So that was a good conversation. Thank you for that. Up next we have. Okay, yes, this is the GTU patch notes. So let me make sure I got the right one because I updated the thing. Okay, so here's the live one. So let me copy paste this. But that is no longer relevant. But that was three days ago. Alright, so here goes the updated one from today. From 5 hours ago? So yeah. Minimize that. Here's the 3.18.2 live patch note. It is strongly recommended people delete their user shader photos. We covered that before. Long-term persistent, partially disabled. ADC merit reputation will be preserved. But I think they just took that out. They should just take that out because they don't know. But the starting AUC as 200K. Known issues, shopping. Oh, let me read what Gomab said before I get to that. But he said, do not pick Orison if you're logging into the game. It is broken. So do not pick Orison if you're logging into the game. That is from Gomab, and thank you for that, Gomab. But known issues, shopping Area 18, all shop missing sales inventory for players who purchased a Krieger Merlin from Armada. The game client may close without error or crash handler. That's been in there before. ASAP handlers are unusable with fade to black on assets. That's been in there before. Equipping more than 5 components in a single save equipment VMA transaction will fail. That's been in there before. General 1.1 jump talent players cannot sell all quantity of Zeta, that word, or maize from their ship for dynamic events. Selling small quantities at a time should work. Ship may explode from collisions with invisible asteroids. That's always fun. Turns out of sync and station timers causing time to overlap and between all the time. That's been there before. Elevators and tram auxiliaries. Yeah, that's always there. That's the known. They should just put that at top of every note. When flying near another ship may hit an invisible box. They may kick it from random direction. Cargo may be invisible to multiple ships after being purchased. When it's simply start a refining job, players may receive a following error, something wrong, error code 20. That's been in there before. Security contract violation that we offered upon failure. That's been in there before. So a lot of these have been in there before. Combat service beacon progress, waiting, inconsistent or missing. Security work assessment, remain hostile pieces, not running in. PTV builds and orphan BTR can slip through the geometry and become the attacking vehicle. Subfighters across the constellation, like interaction, can make it unusable. That's been there a while now. Again, that's the low priority to fix. Some shift records areology give no material attack and do not let you solid. Most will randomly appear at the quantum travel with no root set. Sorry. So out of all that from known issues, a lot of it we've seen before, but anything stand out to any of you?
No, just
Yeah.
regular.
Yes, regular updates, you know.
Yeah, I thought that's what I thought, but I just wanted to add just in case. Feature updates. Cortex. Density Manager optimizations. Updated Density Manager values to be more aggressive in removing unneeded entities in the PU to improve server client performance. Made further entitlement processing improvement because people are having trouble with that 3.18.0. Updated logging queue to time display. People are having trouble with that in 3.18.0. Yeah, that's good thing. Those hopefully will help. Bug fixes. I'm not going to read all of these, but yeah, there's quite a few. But if anyone has a bug fix to stand out to them, let me know if you can once you read through them. It's funny how they said right here. This we're looking through it. It says fix the data salvage claim finding that couldn't market. Sergeant Graham, thank you for the raid of 16 people. Hello later, recovering the PT.
Hello.
So yeah, there's a PT. I'm sorry, no. Live update, live patch note. Sorry, live patch note because it went live today. 18.2 went live. Hello, Sergeant Ender. Hello, Sergeant Graham. Welcome. So yeah.
I'm very happy to be here.
Butters 42. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So yeah, that one I just highlighted. It seems related to the one that they just posted in a known issue. So I'm not sure if they fixed that or that copy paste error. We'll see. But technically, they fixed 10 client crashes, fixed 9 server crashes, and fixed a server deadlock. So happy 3.18.2, everybody. Hope you're enjoying it. Cloud, are you back yet? Nope. Okay. So yeah, I know Fist and Pops haven't had a chance to go into this 3.18.2, but Gomap, other than Orson giving you problems, are you enjoying 3.18.2 so far? Let me know in chat. Thanks. Any comments about the patch note before I move on? Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to join me and join us to talk, I'll put the link in the chat, but you click on the Discord link and come in and talk with us. We would love to have you. There we go. All big cities are having issues right now. ASAP issues. Oh, great. Oh boy, that sounds fun. So that means you. Well, okay. We'll talk more after the show. Yep.
So it's best to just get.
Yep.
So it's best to just if you. Well, damn. So best is like I'm assuming that if you can get on somebody's ship or get your ship out, you better just bed log in your ship.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, does that mean can you even get into your ship? That happens? Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Well, he said. Well, Gomap said earlier that he was having trouble in Orison, right? And he said if somebody in a reclaimer came and picked everybody up, luckily, you know.
So Gomap said it just got up to PO. Gonna see if I can get one out. Okay, let us know, Gomap. Thank you. All right, so yeah, that is I'm keep saying P2, but it's live patch note. Sorry, I gotta update myself. And free flight is over. Yes, Darth Scorpion. Free flight ended today. Today was the last day of free flight. This is from Bayer Red. 13 feedback. Arena Commander Star Marine. I know this post originally posted in March 8th, but there have been replies as of 2 days ago that I wanted to get to. So DJ Bunch and CIG says the pickup issue should be fixed now in 318.1. Let us know the pilot form attempts to go, and the final way is to go to the challenge. So that's one of the things that they tried to fix as of 2 days ago. I'm clicking the next CIG post as we go along. But just it's from DJ Bunch again. We definitely want to introduce medical gameplay to our FPS modes. I think it'll be really interesting to see how control, last stand plays out in med guns and downstate and some bigger map. As for VoIP, it's an absolute bug that actually that it and map chat isn't present. It's not a priority, so I can't say when they'll be able to get to it, but I'm excited to get to that. We've got a fix for the missing objective UI and the scoreboard bug, and we're hoping to get in 319 patch. Rest assured, the weird team balancing is a visual scoreboard. The teams are actually balanced for both control and squadron battle. The load screen issues, we're actually looking into our top priority. We're really sorry we haven't had to endure it in 318. Excuse me. It's proven tough to crack, but while investigating, we found and resolved a number of issues with the connecting pre-game flow, such as broken, waiting for players, ready system. So at least Glad is helpful identifying fix those for 318, 2 and 1. So yeah. Click on the next one. But anyone have any comments about anything so far about the feedback stuff? I mean, 'cause this is I don't know if Ops Kabaddi or Fish ever use that thread, but yeah, basically, if you have feedback about Arena Commander and Storm Marine, they want you to post in that thread.
Oh.
And I'll try to copy and put it in chat in a bit. So this is also from DJ Brunton. Oh, we gonna say something, Pops, to someone? I see.
No.
Okay. So our goal has been to have Squadron Battle and Duel be the primary competitive dogfighting mode. We're not happy with the state of BR and hoping as we'll elevate the other modes with updates. Those are where players will spend their time. I'll be talking more about some of the updates coming in those modes here in more soon. Let me copy and paste this real quick. As for your Dying Star concerns, while I'm not smart enough to dispute and reclaim, I do know the Dying Star is not a real location. It's an artistic piece by developers of the AC, the original system, inspired by the Visitor Pirate system. Maybe those developers by art of realism. I also have heard that from what George mentioned, there's actually a broken moon near the player where it's collapsing due to the Dying Star. Don't quote me on that, not 100% sure. We'll have to dive into the pages to make sure it makes sense with the planet being right below. But yeah, here's the link for the conversation. Click on the next one. There's a whole bunch of dev replies, and I really like that they communicating with the community. Fun fact: the loading screen is fake. I think they mean the loading screen for Arena Commander. Developers it had drove us completely mad over the years. When we first put it out internally that we're making the front end, I kid you not, for the first couple of messages I got, we're pleading for it to be removed. I am too a victim of the pain that it's caused, so it's actually the first thing I did before even sending an email. So I was able to deliver the good news immediately. We updated 1,000. It's pretty close to what we previewed in IC in February. There's a link for that IC in February. I'm pretty sure we'll show off the new style and flow soon. We're looking forward to a UI artist for the ACFT. So this first iteration won't be the prettiest, but we'll definitely have some refined style in later stage and maybe revisit the retro theme. Right now, the focus in functionality and getting rid of the old Flash ASAP. So yeah, the loaded screen for Arena Commander. Anyone have any issues with that, or you're okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
Evidently, the developer didn't like it for some reason, but yeah. I guess it kind of looked outdated. It didn't look like definitely didn't look like 30th century, let alone 21st century. It did kind of look maybe 10, 15 years old compared to present day. What you expect today? Maybe that's what the issue was.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
just guessing.
my only thing with it is, their opinion of what looks old and the developers or things like that. This is my first space sim, so what looks old to me might look new to someone else.
Yeah.
But I am curious on what they come out with, because they all usually come out with some pretty cool things, though. So I
Yeah,
have
like the mobiGlas pretty up to date. I mean, well, with the new building blocks and stuff like that. So maybe they want to make it look more like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
How about you, Fish? He's AFK. How are you there?
I am here.
Welcome back. Have you been paying attention to the conversation, or you just got back?
I have actually. I've just been paying attention. Well, I've been listening in between my dogs barking.
Okay. So yeah, you have any comments about Arena Commander, the loading screen, or
I am
anything else that I've read?
flipping lucky that annoying loading screen. Well, that screen is going away, right? Or at least being
so you're one
changed.
of the people who. What don't you like about it?
Yes, every single time I went into it, and if I were to accidentally press escape, I'll go back to the main menu and have to click on Arena Commander once again. I have to wait about, I don't know, it only took about 3 seconds, but it's been, I don't know, man. I'm just tired of seeing it happen all the time. And I'm just glad that it's going away, or at least being changed, as per what DJ Bunton had said. So I'm looking forward to the new front end. I'm really looking forward to it.
But Dark Scorpion, she said, what does 30th century look like? Okay, maybe I should say 21st century, or maybe modern UI look from what I meant to say. But yeah, but Arena Commander is technically a game within a game, so they're probably going for the retro look in game on purpose. That's my guess. I don't take my word for that. But yeah, that is the. If you have any feedback to give them, click on that link that I posted in chat and tell them what your thoughts are, and maybe you could reply. All right, so here we go. Next one is this is the end. This week in Star Citizen. I only want to cover well, they said Free Flight in full swing to April 20th. As I said before, Free Flight ended today. Was completely free. But the full bonus is still live until May 2nd, I want to say. And test the season for Bar Citizen. Go to Bar Citizen SC to check out the tier of having Bar Citizen near you. And they're hosting several events. So go to the World Tour and like Sacramento, California, what they just added. So maybe the CIG will come to a location near you. But this week they talk about the Wednesday had a roadmap update. We covered that. There's no ISC today, unfortunately. But they'll return with the behind-the-scenes deep dive that you love next week. So next week, more ISC. Hey, looking forward to it. On Friday, Elliot Maltby and the Mission Feature team will be back on Star Citizen Live to answer questions from the community. Catch the Q&A live on Twitch at 1500 UTC, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That'll be 1500 UTC. So yeah. And speaking of the SCL, they're looking for questions for Star Citizen Live Mission Feature team this Friday, 1500 UTC, 8 a.m. Pacific. We have members, what I just read. And they're looking for submissions. So posting guidelines, only push one question per post. Question must be relevant to the topic and guest of the week's show. Try to be succinct. Don't make massive posts. No one question. Posts violating these guidelines or subject to the broadcast may be deleted as may inline reply. Had fun with it. So yeah, do you have any questions for the mission feature team? Bitch face, how about it? Hot face. Or anyone in chat?
No.
No question for the missing team.
I'm actually mainly.
Well, you had a question about the what was it? On the roadmap update. We get back to it. Roadmap update. We're talking about the data heist, right?
Right.
That's not a question you want to pose to them?
I think I to be honest, I kind of tend to stay away from and I don't know why. I guess I just don't have so much time though, because I rarely catch ISC.
SEL, yeah.
SEL, excuse me, not ISC. SEL, but I guess I mean I would if I was to catch it tomorrow. When is it? Is it coming on tomorrow or next week?
Tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Okay.
Pacific. No,
I get
Eastern.
it. I don't know. I just sometimes just so busy. That's one thing.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Now, my thing is this: I usually like to see the devs come up with whatever they do. I don't usually like to too much to tell them, go down this road. I like to see what they come up with, and then I'll critique what they come up with instead of trying to lead them somewhere.
That's no problem.
I just like to see, I just like to see how other people's, minds work and, their creativity first. Then,
Joe Scorpion said, I just watched the new Pico-fied video summaries, and sometimes I do too, especially for this show, but I try to cut the video, the YouTube upload of SEO, just so I have I know what to talk about doing this show. But yeah, I probably won't catch it live, but I'll catch it later. But as far as for me, I don't have any questions for the mission feature team. Maybe if they're a different team, I would have questions. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next time the Lord team is on, because I do have a question for them. Someone going to say something?
Yeah, so for the mission team, because that's, I guess, one of my main focuses with regards to, from the devs. One thing I look forward to them talking about more is more so the modularity behind these missions, because modularity, you're looking at sustainability, right? You can't be putting out tailored missions all the time. But of course, what they're doing now is that they're tackling every aspect of certain professions and certain activities in the game fundamentally before branching out in more modularity. So I'm hoping that they talk about that more, because I know, for example, we've been waiting for more cargo hauling missions, we've been waiting for cargo missions for a very long time, as opposed to the delivery missions that we have right now. So it's good to see that they're branching out a lot more on touching the base functionalities behind each profession. And hopefully they'll be able to at least touch on a little bit more based on what they talked about from with regards to modularity tomorrow. So that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to them talking about, because that is directly tied to the whole sustainability of the game and quantum, because quantum is all well and good as a simulation, but if you don't have enough modularity in the missions to actually tie that to quantum to trigger different types of missions, then, well, quantum is as good as any other simulation, right? So I'm hoping that they talk about more on the modularity behind missions.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I put the link in chat, so if you have a question for them or you want to upvote other questions that have already been asked, go ahead and do that. As far as for me, like I said, I don't have any question for the mission team. Hopefully the Lord team will be back sometime soon. And I gotta catch these question threads as they go up, because I always forget about them until the last minute. So up next we have, oh yes, this is today is 420, and the dreaded unverification has happened. So this is from Star's official account. We are Pico-fied now. So this they were replying to Dodge Danger Vent. Look, I'm just floating this idea. Maybe if you seeing that you lost the blue check, but can you replace it with a Pico? Feeling that, how about a penguin? So now they have penguins and for the verification icon. So yeah, people are hopping on board, got doors, and a whole bunch of people, I think, busted the destroyer, and yeah.
How do we get this?
I'm not sure. I think it's just a you go into Twitter and you can maybe find a setting for it. I was too
Okay.
busy. I was too busy putting the show together earlier to figure out how people do that, but a whole bunch of people are doing it.
I will do this.
So
Mhm.
Gomab is saying something in chat about there was no wipe.
Well, there's a partial right because I looked at the
Okay.
Hold on, let me look at the.
Now I was just really wondering if
Yeah,
Gomab
it says
could be
it
more
says long term.
specific.
Oh, okay, that's what it said. It said long term persistent, partially disabled AUC merit, rec, and reputation will be preserved. I'm not sure if that's going forward, but we'll see. Well, he said that there was no wipe, right?
Right. So I'm just saying, is that an overall no wipe, or is it
So did they mess up or not?
partial wipe on certain things? I'm just wondering.
Because
I
from
know
the past notes, what should have happened is that, at least from what they're saying, is that we should have just basically lost everything that we purchased materialistically. But from what Gumab is saying, if there was no wipe, then basically whatever you had and bought in 318.1, then you still have. So is it that the past notes were just incorrect, or they just messed up on the partial database wipe?
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
he's saying
Gomab said no money wipe.
Okay,
No
nice.
money
So we
wipe.
probably still lost the stuff that we bought.
Okay.
Then. Okay.
Thanks, Go.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right, interesting. So yeah, that is they are Pico-fied now. So if you want to get Pico-fied, look that up on Twitter. Following that up. Okay, this is a question from this official site account. So you're given this picture. I'm not sure what that thing is called, but it's a bug insect thing. It's a bigger version of what we have in real life. So would you sell it or keep it as a pet? This is by Space Jack, the image, and I love the answer from Citizen Talk.
Exactly. Thank you,
Citizen Talk will cook it. And
Thank
Citizen
you.
Fly, you monster.
I mean, you
That's
never
what you gotta
know.
do, man.
Might be have some tender meat up in there, you know.
Exactly.
Actually, when we went out with DK and I picked up one, I put it in my backpack, but then I got a crash and couldn't go back because I wanted to see if I could take it out at the space station. You know, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to do that.
So let me know in chat. Would you sell it or keep it, or what would you do with that? Go ahead.
I was going to try to make a pet out of it, but hey,
you make a pet.
Now, first animal husbandry thing kind of going on. Yeah.
How about you, Fist?
Yeah, I said cook it.
You should cook it. You and Kaladi both want to cook it.
We'll make a nice pot, man.
I do not think that thing is cute, so I would neither cook it nor eat it or pet it, have it as a pet.
I didn't say me. I didn't say I would eat it. I just said cook it.
Cook.
I wouldn't want to cook it if you don't want to eat it.
I wasn't sure if
it's got nothing. It's got nothing to do with eating. Do you understand when I said cook it? I'm talking about burn the whole damn cave down.
Okay, that's what I'm missing. Okay, I got it now.
There you go. Now you're caught up.
Now you gotta explore, man. Hey, space is vast. It may be difficult to find food. You never know. These things can save your life, can make you, even stronger. I'm tasting that thing, man.
See, that's true.
Listen, if I go incapacitated, I'm just reappearing in my last respawn station. That's all.
You're right. Hey, listen, it might have some type of medical benefits to it, like some type of serum. There you go. See?
Yeah, but if you don't have an issue where you need a medical benefit, that's just a waste, in my opinion. Plus, I don't think it'll taste good. That's just my guy.
Well, first of all, wait. Fast go. Hold on for a second. Okay. Have you ever ate a double dog in Star Citizen?
I think I had a hot dog, not the double.
Yeah, the hot dog.
Yeah.
So how did it taste?
I'm talking about role playing here. That's what I mean. Role playing.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay true to my character here. He doesn't want to put anything in his mouth that he may regret later.
Okay,
Yeah, I can say
gotcha.
that.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh no! Let's move
I had to
on.
think about that after I said it.
Move on. Keep moving. My
Boy.
Anyway, moving on here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that wasn't a joke. I was just saying.
Just taking precautions, man.
See?
All right.
Good move. Get him ahead of the game.
All right. So
That's
up next, this was retweeted from sorry, Twitter account. But congratulations to the top 3 teams in race number 2 of the System 7. Michael Tech Thunder Dash was a close one for a lot of the competitors. Number 1 is Punch Buggy. Number 2 is Far Out, and number 3 is Black Hawk. If you're interested in the current leaderboard presented by CLX Gaming. Oh, here's your current leaderboard. Sorry. Next race is Babbage Bass on April 29th. So click on that. They show you the people who won. So congratulations to the winners. And looking forward to the next race on April 29th.
Congrats.
One day I'll get into it, but not anytime soon.
I do have to say though, the tracks are pretty enjoyable. I've been holding off on doing them until we got to 318.2. And they have been pretty enjoyable, to be honest, no matter what ship that you use. So I'm actually going to continue. I think I unlocked the one on Calliope, so I'm going to continue doing that one when I jump in.
Cool.
Did you put a link to that?
For this one, no, I can put it on.
Okay.
Here we go. So yep, here's the link for the tweet. All right, there you go. Yes, I can, DK. I just did it. Thank you. Anyway, up next we have this is Machinima. There's no ISC, as I read before. ISC come back next week, so looking forward to that. But this is Machinima from Dark Media. It came out, I want to say, 2 days ago. But the title of it is Crash is Piloting in Stanton, News for Star Citizens and Civilians. This is 7 minutes long, so let's take a watch.
You're watching Hubware Galactic, I'm Oliver Zark. In tonight's report, we investigate growing trash piles around Stanton. But first, Imperial News. Visitors to this year's OrcCon in Area 18 are getting their tickets refunded. Organizers say the state of the landing zones around Stanton and the recently frequent connection drops with Spectrum services have caused them to postpone the event.
We're not canceling, but we're postponing until we hear from Spectrum's technical department that their services are stable enough for OrcCon to run smoothly and connect properly with all its attendees. But for now, I'd recommend visitors to our Area 18 venue to cancel any accommodations they had reserved, and instead keep a close eye on our external communication.
Delegates of the Empire have gone to the Ouya system to meet with representatives of the Banu and Xi'an governments. The meeting is taking place with much secrecy, but the governor of Ouya seems calm.
If I'm curious about what they're talking about, I sure am. Here in Ouya, June is when we celebrate alien relations, and I think the delegations are planning out this year's celebrations. Previous years, we've seen things like alien drinks and cookbooks released with intercultural riddles, and just lots of opportunities for our civilizations to grow and be curious.
Exciting. Let's hope they're right. Next up, trash is piling up in the Stanton system. We sent out our reporter to visit the system in an effort to try to map out the cause of the rapid increase in trash.
We've had enough.
This is Miona. She's one of the workers currently on strike who's normally tasked with keeping streets and stations around Stanton clean and tidy.
These mega corporations need to realize people need to be able to pay for certain things. I can't even afford food.
Miona and her colleagues say managing facilities has been underpaid for quite some time. But now is when they put their foot down. Together with the rest of the system-wide movement, they have tried to unionize illegally. But so far, it seems both residents and authorities are simply letting the situation grow worse.
With such little pay, our earnings primarily come from bringing whatever we clean up to the kiosks and try selling it. I can usually find a couple pieces of clothing lying around that I can sell and get a few credits for, but it's next to nothing really.
We're talking to a security representative.
We are very sympathetic to the workers' situation and understand they need a steady income.
You'll start paying them?
No! Oh, wait, that came out wrong. We're looking at all our options right now. Robots are a way to go as well. Anyways, the trash will be taken care of.
Will they be able to unionize in order to start negotiating with you?
I'm gonna have to thank you for your time.
Miona and the facility workers urge everyone to not pick up their litter and just throw it on the ground to speed this process up. In the meantime, if you want to protect your feet from all the trash, you should get fitted with some great hard boots. Get yours today. For Hubwire Galactic, I'm Josh Gunyon. Back to you, Oliver.
Also, that's why my water bottles are no longer getting picked up. Over in Orison, people are not willing to wait for robots or workers to start picking up the trash, and our reporter has been talking to people on the platforms. Let's go to where discontent is slowly growing and hear what the residents of Orison have to say. Over to our reporter.
People here in Orison are used to life being easy, calm, and smelling of well-tended gardens. But with facility workers refusing to work, problems that at first glance might seem small are growing bigger, especially after Drake sponsored the IAE back in November.
Every day it's getting worse. Sure, the ground is littered with bottles and wrappers, but the real trash is in the sky. Corsairs, cutters, vultures. From my bedroom window I can almost smell the oil and bad hygiene. Yuck.
Most people we've talked to out here seem to be under the impression that Microtech made a mistake by letting Drake host the IAE satellite event here in Stanton, and now Orisonians have to pay the price.
Though, I suspect people on our corp are just used to everything smelling of pollution. And let's not even talk about Microtech. They probably came up with some new thing where looking poor, dirty and broken is a fad or whatever. I gotta say, before you go though, this stinks. People, please, pick up your trash. You've got a job, remember? Do you want to keep it?
Entitled brats or residents that have had enough, you decide. In Orison, residents have started a petition to ban the IAE from Stanton. However, planet authorities are not too worried about the situation.
These things happen, and these are the same people that didn't bat an eye when the Ninetales attacked Inspiration Park a few months back. However, the promenade was kept clean, so they had nothing to complain about.
For Hubwire Galactic, I'm Simon Wolf.
Sounds like I'm not visiting Orison for quite some time. Now, over to sports. The Intergalactic Championship of Zero-G Arena Combat is heating up, with teams from across the galaxy vying for the top prize. The championship, which this year is held on Spider Station in the Cathcart system, have had some problems with pirate gangs raiding team transports. The championship is one of the most prestigious Zero-G combat tournaments in the galaxy, and fans are already placing bets and making predictions about which team will emerge victorious, while at the same time hoping organizers can counter the pirate activity. That's all we had tonight. I'm Oliver Zork, and you are wiser than yesterday. Be safe. This Hubwire News Report was brought to you by Zork Media, with the help of our investors and sponsoring organizations, where the biggest one is Ursadai Limited, when you need the job done right the first time.
Okay, we are back. I'm gonna let this play out, but I'm gonna mute it for now. I hope we get a little bloop when it ends. But yeah. Oh, maybe that's more. Hold on. I don't know. No, I think that's it. Okay. So yeah, people. What do people think?
Okay. I'm going. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. My second profession, Mal, has changed from being a repo man to becoming a professional kidnapper. I want to kidnap all the Hurstons, whoever that CEO guy was who said he ain't paying his workers and all the uppity elites in the game. Just want to kidnap them. And yeah, I'll think about what I want to do next.
I have some bad news for you. If you kidnap the wrong person, no one's going to pay to get them back.
That's why I said I'll think about what I want to do next.
All right. So, what do you think of the episode, though?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how you're working and you can't afford food. That's pretty rough.
Oh man, shoot! You should read the story of Darth Bane. Pops on planet, I forget the planet Corthos or something like that. Man, the corporations, how they be doing? Heck yeah.
So what are you working for?
Basically, yeah.
So
I mean, of all the planets that are so far in the game in Stanton, I think the best place to probably work at is Microtech. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, remember we just watched when we just watched Ready Player One, right, Pops?
Mhm.
Remember how I don't know if you remember. You might. I don't know if you fell asleep again, but I'm just messing. But no. But remember the part when the young lady was telling that the guy, the main guy, who she was saying that how IOI they would raise the prices on all of their foods and stuff. So if our corp is controlled by that corporation, and they can, and those people work for our corp, they can, it's like Earth.
If you don't have like any regulation to control,
exactly,
make them do the right thing. But
they can. I mean, you just right, slave labor,
basically, or indentured at the very least. But So I mean, people. I mean, even now in today's society, people gotta work 2 or 3 jobs in order to make ends meet. So I can imagine, even in the 30th century, someone working a job, cleaning up trash, and not affording what they need to live there. So it can happen.
Yeah, I guess so. I thought it was kind of cool to take a simple subject like trash, and it was a whole basic episode on it. I thought it was pretty cool. The writing was well done.
Yeah, Zark always does his thing on it. Turn trash into entertainment.
I'll tell you one thing: when the Bad Investment gets out, I'm gonna try to get a spot on the show somehow.
Ooh, we should do, Pops, when we get on Fast Cars Abandoned Merchantment. We should trash it.
Oh, okay.
I'm for that.
Why, Fish? Why?
Oh, wow.
Why you gotta treat me so bad? Club Nouveau.
I don't know. I just want to see. I just want to see your reaction.
So, so in future note to self: do not let face-to-face on your ship. Okay, got it.
or at least with any trash in his pockets.
There's no way to tell. You got a backpack of trash. I'm gonna have to.
No, well, everything is going to be. Well, I mean, that's true. I could have it in my backpack. That's true. That's true.
Having your spacesuit or whatever in your inventory. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, actually, you won't be able to have it really all in your spacesuit because things become physicalized.
I don't know what kind of trash you're talking about. We'll see.
Yeah.
But Pooh Roy, that's the resident. Okay. Who is the person you're talking about? I missed it. Okay, well, I get you coming up.
The person at Hurston?
Say it again?
You said the person at Hurston that I was talking about?
Yeah, the CEO.
No, it was at Arkhart.
Oh, okay.
You see, I would like to kidnap him.
Oh, him. He's a discontent Arlington resident.
He's one that would be on the list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was a CEO, but I mean he's just a resident who would opt you up. But yeah.
Yeah, you'd like to just kidnap him and take him up to the top of the nearest highest building.
I don't think you're gonna get much money for that one.
Just hang him up. Just hang him up by his ankles off the side of the building.
By the way, the views and opinion of Mr. Face do not
huh?
represent the views and opinion of Soul Citizen.
Just want to have a change of heart, you know. Just it's what I call it. I call it corrective behavior measures.
Corrective behavior being okay. All right. So yeah, that is the Machinima. Again, that is Trash Piling in Stanton, News for Star Citizen and Civilian by Dark Media. And I already put the link in chat, so go check that out if you want to watch it again. Alright, so up next we come to the end of the show. There was no Soul Voices last Saturday, but hopefully I think there's gonna be a Soul Voices this coming Saturday. So tune in for Soul Voices at 3 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC. That is Griffin Show. We pull news from Spectrum, Reddit, and something from the industry, and we'll talk one-on-one about what's going on in the community. That is every Saturday, along with podcast Saturday. We'll start off with Soul Voices at 3 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC. That's followed by Afterpub on Paul Sully at 6 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UTC. And that's followed by Relay Station at 9 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. UTC. So have a full day of podcast for your enjoyment. And on Sunday, you will have, the camera eye. This is basically, shooting photography within the game. We're going to be joined by our guest, Mr. Hoshgaha, and his Divine Shadow. So that should be fun. We'll be talking about taking pictures and basically screenshots within the game. As a matter of fact, I got to get into the game and see if I can do some research on that. Let me look on that. But yeah, that's Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, midnight UTC. So check that out for that. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Face-to-face, Calvati, Face, everyone in chat on YouTube and on Twitch. If you want to become a Soul Bro, Soul Sister, Soulmate, Soul Citizen membership, have the privilege, you click the join button below on YouTube. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, follow, depending on what platform you are. Hit the notification bell so you can know when we're live. We're Soul Citizens with an S on the end everywhere on social media. You can buy our merchandise, like the shirt right here. On our site, just click the link below to help support us. And I think that's it. Griffin is not around, so we don't have anyone to raid, unfortunately, so I guess we're going to end. But thank you, everybody, for joining us, and take care. See you next time. Peace, love, and soul.
Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Night.